Okay, I know how you like using your Apple Card as your daily credit card per day, right? But is this credit card the most useful or the best card to be using when you take a cruise vacation? Well, I'm going to explain it here in this video because I just recently got off a cruise not too long ago. And did I use my Apple Card on that cruise? Well, no. And there's a reason I didn't, because we took a trip on Royal Caribbean and I already have a Royal Caribbean card that gives me points for Royal Caribbean to use on board or future cruises and things like that. Also, I've not increased my credit limit on my Apple Card yet to be worth it using for the onboard expenses. Now, I'm not talking about paying for the whole cruise, because I could have done that too with the Apple Card. I'm talking about onboard expenses. Now, for you guys that have probably never been on a cruise, there's something called onboard expenses, and these are expenses done primarily on the cruise itself, not on the ports that you go to, not the excursions, not actually paying for the actual cruise when you book it. These are expenses that come on whether you're shopping on the ship, you're buying drinks, whether you're paying for gratuities, in other words, tips. Those are all expenses that are added onto the onboard account. Now, when you book your cruise, you got to choose a credit card you want to use to do that, because they give you a cruise card. This is your main card that opens your cabin door, gets you in and off the ship, and also is your credit card on board. So whatever card you attach to it, that's what's going to get charged those expenses. Now, that final charge doesn't happen until the end of your cruise. So if it's a 7-day cruise, it'll be at the end of the 7-day, 14-day, and so forth. So your credit card doesn't really make a difference which one it is. It could be the Apple Card. You could load in your Apple Card and that's it. End of the cruise, all those charges will go directly in the Apple Card. Now, you got to remember one thing. Gratuities can either be paid before the trip or you can have them charge you every day. They're going to average somewhere around 16 bucks a day, and depending on how many people are in your cabin, so if you got one person, two people, that's 2 16s or 4 16s that are going to be charged each and every day of that cruise. So you're talking 7 of them. And actually, it'll even out because they'll double it for the days that you get on, that you get off. So it's still going to even out. But remember, 16 bucks for a 7-day cruise, it's going to be a couple $100. So you want to remember that. So do you really want all that on your Apple Card? Well, it depends. If you've got a high credit limit on the Apple Card and you pay your Apple Card off all the time, you've got nothing else pending, yeah, probably so, because it'll give you all the expenses directly on the Apple Wallet. You'll see everything and all that. It's a great card to use. And I probably will plan on using it for other future cruises. Maybe. That really depends on how many points or what I get from this other card, from the Royal Caribbean card. Now, another thing, do not ever charge or use it as your onboard card if you cannot afford that. In other words, you got to know how much is in your bank and how much can you pay, because you don't want this thing racking up in the thousands and you get home from your nice vacation all relaxed and boom, the stress hits because you can't pay your Apple Card now. That's not something you want to do, and you don't want to do that with any credit card. So the first thing you need to think about is, how much do I have in the bank? How much can I pay? And how much can I put on this thing that I can truly pay? That is something that you've got to figure out ahead of time and then decide, do I want to use my Apple Card as my primary credit card on the ship? So that is the only way that I can explain to you guys on the reasons for the Apple Card and how you can use it as your travel credit card. Use it for your hotels, use it for your cruise, use it for any other vacations. This can become your primary credit card, and everything is on the Apple Wallet. You can pay it in portions. You get all the cash back. Now, you may get 1% cash back, maybe 2% using it because it's not really, contactless. But still, 1% out of what you're spending on a cruise can be some money back. You can use it towards paying your card or save it, because Apple will come out with an Apple high yield saving account, and that money can be put in that savings account. So you never know. But that is what I think about using the Apple Card and how you can use it for your cruise expenses, your onboard expenses, and how you can use it, for your daily expenses everywhere around. This is my primary card to use, except for our joint credit card. This is the primary. I use it pretty much every time. I use it for all my app expenses, in-app expenses, things like that. And so that's a way that you can utilize the Apple Card while on a cruise vacation or any other vacation, still get your cash back, and have everything all in the Apple Wallet. Hope this has helped you out. I hope this is a helpful video and giving you more tips on ways you can use the Apple Card, especially on your cruises. And you've got any questions on that, go ahead and leave them in the comments below. Don't forget, give the video a thumbs up if you liked it. If you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button and the bell, and I will come back with more Apple Card tips and Apple information. We got a lot coming up, so make sure you stay tuned.